What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. So today, the third-seeded Philadelphia 76ers hosted the sixth-seeded Brooklyn Nets. And the game kind of went as I think a lot of us anticipated. The Brooklyn Nets showed a lot of heart. Mikal Bridges was sensational, but they were just outmanned and outgunned, especially from outside, as the Philadelphia 76ers pushed the game open in the latter parts of the game and cruised to a 121 to 101 victory to take a 1-0 lead in this best of seven first round series. James Harden hit 7 3-pointers and had 23 points and 13 assists. And MVP finalist Joel Embiid scored 26 points as the Sixers pushed back Mikal Bridges and the Brooklyn Nets. James Harden was, he was solid, if not downright sensational. The Sixers hit a postseason team record 21 threes. And Game 3 will be on Tuesday. So they only get one off day. Monday, so then we get one off day. Mikal Bridges scored 30 points and helped the Nets to be competitive, at least in the first half, but Brooklyn's starless roster was no match for Embiid, Harden, and the playoff-tested roster expected to make a deep run in the postseason. The Sixers had a sellout crowd of almost 21,000. Joel Embiid did not have an MVP performance, and this is something that a lot of us who are Embiid critics fear about. Well, not necessarily fear as if, that's my team, but I fear it because Joel Embiid has a habit of playing phenomenal during the regular season when he's motivated by the MVP award, but afterwards, when either he feels as though he's not getting the award or when something else goes on, injuries, whatever, fatigue, condition issues, his level of play slips in the playoffs. He only made 7 of 15 shots from the floor, although he didn't make all 11 free throws. And Joel Embiid showed some bitch-atchery, and I said bitch-assery. I meant to say, when he got hit in the face on a missed dunk and flop in a way that would make LeBron James in his prime proud. You know how LeBron used to flop in Miami. So, at the end of the day, it didn't matter that Joel Embiid didn't have the best performance. Trying to look at the Sixers right quick. All right, even P.J. Tucker, who doesn't really score much at all these days. I think he had 30-something goose eggs this year. He had 2 of 5 from three-point range, 6 points, 7 rebounds, 5 steals. So he was very active. Tobias Harris. Whenever you have a situation with Tobias Harris, who's often the third man out, usually the third man out offensively, whenever he gives you something, that's when the Sixers are really unbeatable. 21 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 block, 9 of 14 shooting from the floor, 3 of 3 from three-point range. Embiid, 26 points, only 5 rebounds, but he did have 2 blocks. Maxey did not have a good game, so that's why Tobias Harris took up the slack. 13 points, 3 of 8 shooting. James Harden, 23 points, 13 assists, 8 of 21 shooting from the floor, so not a great overall shooting percentage, but he was 7 of 13 from three-point range. And as a team, the Sixers connected on 21 of 43 from three-point range. They made all 16 free throws. And they shot 47% from the floor. The Brooklyn Nets were led by Mikal Bridges, 30 points, 5 rebounds, 12 of 18 shooting from the floor. Spencer Dinwiddie had 14 points, 5 of 12 shooting. Cam Johnson, 18 points, 7 of 11 shooting, 4 of 6 from 3-point range. It's not that Brooklyn didn't play well. They could have shot better from the line, but they shot 45% from 3 themselves, 13 of 29, 56% from the floor. So it's not like they just didn't play well, but they just didn't have enough firepower. And on this particular day, when you have a team hitting 21 3-pointers in this era of 3-point shooting, if you're giving up that many threes in today's NBA, more than likely, unless you have a player that's really, really percolating, or a couple of players percolating to offset that, more than likely you're going to lose. So I think for this series, my prediction was, I think I said 4-1, possibly 4-2, depending upon how Philly plays. I'm going to still stick with that. 4-1, maybe 4-2. I'm going to still stick with that because I thought Brooklyn, despite being a young team, a starless team on the road, I thought they played well. Even though they lost by 20 points, I still think they did all right being on the road, adverse situation, raucous crowd. I still think they did well. And, if you're going to have to if you're Philly, you're not going to always hit 21 threes. And James Harden's not going to always hit 7 threes. And more importantly, Tobias Harris is not always going to score 21, 25 points for you. So I still think that the Sixers are going to win this series, but I could just see Philly slipping a little bit. I could see them in a game or two just not answering the bell, man. But anyway, tell me what you guys think.